Greetings, hatchlings! It is I, dragoninahuman, and once again I'm playing the Beast Direwolf20's pack, and the version of this pack is 5.2.0. Now in this episode, as I promised in the previous episode, I will explain to you the very basic way to program these turtles and to make them attack whatever you want them to attack. However, they will also attack users if they're unpleasant. But they are very useful, for example, XP farms. Now, let's see, what did I want to make? Right. These blue electric engines, these are a bit of a pain in the arse to make. Now I'll just show you how to make them with this. If it's going too fast, then you can just pause it and move on. First off, you need to get, first you start with wooden gears, which is the sticks, and you turn these sticks into, or these wooden gears you turn into stone gears. How do you get brass? Once again, you use an alloy furnace, you put in 1 tin, 3 copper, pretty much the same as bronze, but you'll get brass instead, which you'll need for several things. Now what you do is, you turn these stone gears into brass gears, which you will need. Because obviously it's an engine, it's 3 brass, 1 glass, that. Now, what you'll need to do is, you need a blue electric motor. Now for that is you need to make a diamond draw plate. And how do you make that is iron panels. How do you make these is you get an iron panel, and I would recommend you to use diamonds because they last longer and stuff. You get yourself a block of iron, then yourself an iron slab, and anyway, I believe this will cost you 5 iron ingots and 3 diamond ingots, because you can turn some of these items back into their original resources. So this is quite an expensive little thing. Yeah, this is what you need to make. So yeah, so then you get yourself 8 fine copper wire. You don't need this one anymore now. So you then do this. Oh, you do this because you need to make a blue electric motor. Do it there. And you get copper coils. Now what you need to do is this, blue ingot. You got a blue electric motor. That looks weird when I hold it. Anyway, so then you put the blue electric motor there. There's your blue electric engine, which is cool stuff. Where should I put this? This by the way will turn into the direction that you place it down, so it can be sort of annoying to place down from time to time. There. Okay. So now I would need to have a lever, or so just get a stick. Hold on 1 second. Alright, here we go. I didn't feel like making you wait through like 10 seconds of me getting a lever and stuff, because that's pretty pointless. Bit of a dry throat apparently. Now, before I get into that, because it's sort of tedious, sort of fine, I'm going to make different types of machine, which I will need for some other stuff. So what I'm going to need is pulverizer, which is this stuff, and it's all sorts of things. If you double click on it, by the way, it like it turns yellow, and then whenever like it sees an item with like the letters like or let's see, 8, and then whatever is like has that in the name, it will show that. So like if you're looking for an item and you can't find it, and you know you have it, you can just type in the name, and then like that way you can find it. So that's pretty cool. So now here, for what I'm going to build, I need 4 machine frames, which are 4 iron, 4 glass, and 1 gold. Okay. Then what you need is 1 gold for 2 redstone. So there we go. Redstone reception coil. And then what you make is you need copper for every single one of them. Now what you put in depends on what it makes. So what I will need is I will need bucket there, and then I will need, let's see, this one is the liquid transposer, which will put a liquid into for example a cell or thing. So you'll need that for certain things. Let's see, magma crucible, which will melt certain materials, which is useful. Let's see, And the last one I can't build yet because I need something else. So this is a pulverizer, which is pretty much like a macerator, but a slightly different version. I can't make the last one because I need some specific materials for it, which I need to grind that up in the pulverizer because you can't do it without the pulverizer. So let's see, pulverizer. Now, right here, there's like several different places where items can go, but I don't want the items to go anywhere at all right now. This is useful, for example, when, the pulverizer pulverizes something, you can make the items that it pulverizes go into something else. So that's very useful. Let's see. So I put this right there. Let's give it double power, just because I can. So this is instantly building really fast. I don't need that much power actually. That's way over the top actually. Okay, so lower affairs. I don't need to actually, but whatever. So I need invar, which is I do need that. So I don't need 3. Let's give 2. And there are still blaze rods in here, and the MFE's full. So yeah. And 2. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. Now I got invar, and here's a very crucial item that I need. Induction smelter. Now, both of these need to go in. Let's see, pulverizer. I need to pulverize both of these items. So when I've pulverized the obsidian and the lead, I will be back with you. This will also take a little bit of time. Also something, when you're pulverizing ores with the pulverizer, it has a slight chance of something producing something else. For example, lead has a small chance of giving you silver, which is useful. So that's also why I want to use the pulverizer, because there's a small chance of you getting a different ore. It doesn't work with everything, but also something. If you put some item in and it disappears, don't be afraid because it sucks up the item. Just to make sure that you can't, for example, dupe it or something. Like, just put in the item and it will pretty much suck it up, and that will be what it's doing. That's what it's using. So like, don't be afraid of it. You will get the item back. It's just like, for example, right now it's still going because it sucked up an item. Pretty much sucks it up and then it does its thing. So yeah, I'll be back once this is all done. So yeah. Okay, so all the items are pulverized and I need to be pulverized. So now I place down the induction smelter, and once again I just put everything to 0 so it doesn't put any of the items into the squeezer, which would be weird. Now what you need to do is you need to melt the pulverized obsidian and lead together to create some other type of material. Now while we're waiting for that, we have the liquid transposer and the magma crucible. Put the magma crucible there. Let's see. Alright. Good. Okay, so now everything that's in this tank will go out to the right, which is good. Let's see if this doing his thing, that's his thing. Okay. Power is getting a bit lower. Oh, this, that's good. This off. Okay, so now everything that this melts will go from this. You can see this is highlighted. So from this will go into here because this is accepting it. Those will go in here and then it will put in whatever like you need it. Now I just need to wait for this. Then I need to get something else as well. So yeah, I'll just wait until this is done and then I'll get the other materials that I need to proceed further. So I will be right back once again. Alright, I got some of the materials. Now what I need to make is electum. Now, one of the things about silver is that the other silver that I already got, like the darker one, what you need for it usually is you need 2 of that silver and 1 gold to make electum, because I need to make electum or elect from, which you get by smelting these 2 together. So, like, you can use the Forge Lexicon to change the type of silver to this type, for example, or another type. So you don't need to use 2 silver to get like this. So yeah, it's cool. Exploiting with silver, lol. Yeah, I just need to get myself this much. This. So what you need to do, I'm going to make 2 because that's useful. So you get the hardened glass, which you get from pulverized obsidian and a lead ingot, and this, and you get empty redstone energy cell frame. Now, on their own, they can store power, but they're not the greatest ever. Like if they're all alone and stuff. So, alright. Okay, good. And then what you just do is, there, and you got empty energy conduits. Let's see. Don't really need this right now anymore. Alright, so that doesn't suck power. These are filling up, that's good. Now, to fill these up, because currently they're useless, okay, that's new. You need to get molten redstone. Now you need 50 MB, 50 of the amount, to fill this up. Now, one redstone will give you 25 MB, or whatever. So, you need 2 redstone to fill up one of these conduits. These, however, these need 1000 MB. So that means, one redstone will give you, it will also say how much power you need. One will give 25, so you will need 40 of this stuff. You need to melt 40 of it to be able to fill up one of these energy frames. Which I'm not going to do right now. First I'm going to focus on filling all of these up. As you can see, like here it shows how much there's in it. Yeah. And now this will take quite a while, so I'm just going to let this go, and I'll be back with you once, you know, I got these full and I got these full. So this will take quite a while. So yeah, I'll be back with you once that is done. Okay, now quite some time has passed. I changed this because this thing was sucking up all the energy, and this is just not getting enough. Because the battery boxes are empty and they're only producing 40 MJ per pump. It's not so updated. The minimap says it's nighttime, but it's not. And like this needs 1200 MJ to melt one redstone. And these are only really for the power storage. But for what I've been told, these can store 1000 MJ each, just on their own. They just don't have an interface, I don't show you. Now, there is some like nice stuff about this. Is that, for example, like these, they don't blow up. Now, let me just get rid of this, because there's some other stuff to this, which is really nice. For example, I hooked this up because this machine right here was just sucking up all the energy, while it didn't really need to. And instantly you see these like weird things, which I will explain, don't worry. We have plenty of these, so that's fine. Doesn't seem to be connecting directly. Maybe I need one of these energy cells. Hope it's fine. Now what you do is you use a buildcraft wrench. These seem to work the best. And what this does is it will revert what it does. Now, for example, right now, all the power that's in the line will go into the machine whenever necessary. So yeah, power will go into it. So you can see, like, this is like a sort of arrow, and it's pointing into the machine. Now if you do it like this, it's like any energy that is in it, normally when it's producing power will get pulled out. Now it doesn't actually get pulled out. For example, don't right click on, I just turned the machine around. Good job. There we go. So now it's back to normal. Anyway, so right now there's power in here, but when I switch this, I don't think it actually pulls out the power. No, it does not. This just makes it so that the power doesn't go in here. So like everything you don't want power to go into, you can just you know, right click it and the power won't go into it. Now when I turn these on, it should actually still provide power to this one. Yes, they do. So like these pipes can, when there's nothing, when there's no power to go into anywhere, these things will can hold 1000 MJ. Now currently they don't need to hold power because they send it right through here. Also, there's no energy loss from my knowledge. With redstone, with these pipes, there's only like a tiny little bit of energy loss. Now you can see that there's a lot of power building, but that's just because these have been off and these battery boxes have been gaining power, so yeah. But yeah, these store power and they don't lose any energy, unlike these. So I prefer to use these because they're more advanced. Also, when you try to break them with your fist, that takes a really long time. So when you use redstone buildcraft wrench, you hold shift, right click, and you pick it up right away. Now I don't know if the apparently the Omni wrench can do that as well. So that's cool. Omni wrench is indeed an Omni wrench. Can I turn this machine? Yes, I can. Okay, that's cool. The Omni wrench, you don't even need the buildcraft wrench. Cool. Apparently you can turn multiple things with the Omni wrench. So yeah, and once again, I'll just have to wait for a very long time for this thing to fill up and then, like, you know, get the power storage. Because these things, when filled up, are still actually not done. You still need to craft something with it. Now, let's see. I think I can show you. Alright. Then once it's full, you still need to, like, put more electrum around it. And you need 2 lead ingots. Now, you would think you would need, like, redstone, gold, redstone. No, you need electrum for this, so don't get mistaken with that. So you need electrum into redstone, so yeah. And then you finally have the finished item. Let's see, action smelter. Turn this off. Well, okay, so turn all this off. So I'll make a bit more electrum, and once at least one of these things is filled up, I will be back with you, because this just takes really long. Because I only got 2 of them, and I don't have the biggest amount of solar panels ever, so... And the doorbell just rang, so... Whatever, I'll be back with you later. Alright, so we are very close to getting the first one finally done. It took long enough. And then there's 2 to fill up. Also, I made some more energy conduits because, you know, why not? Okay, so now finally this one, finally good. Also, interesting fact: the more power these machines have, because you see like bubbles here, the more power these machines have, the faster they will work. For example, you slowly see the bubbles going down because the power is lower. Now, for example, right here, this thing, if it's full up, this thing will pulverize at the highest speed it can go. But the lower the power, the slower it will go. So that's something interesting to know. Now this one's almost done. Now you saw that one of the 2 disappeared. It's because one of the 2 is now being filled up. It's probably when you break the block, either the first item will pop out. I don't really know what happens when you break it, but my advice: just don't break the machine. Now, energy cell frame just still is useless. So now what you need to do, on electrum to redstone. Now obviously electrum is just induction smelter, gold and silver. Yep. That right there, lead, and electrum is in the middle, and there we have it. Now we finally have a machine that actually can store power. Now, let's turn these off first. Alright, and hold shift, pick it up, put this down. So now power will go out of this, and this will just store power. So now what I can tell it to do is actually just, I can actually tell it to not output any power at all. So now you can see pump. Every time it pumps, it outputs 100 because there's still energy in this. Put this one on. But once the power actually lowers, once the power is pretty much out, it will output 40 instead of 100. Or a little bit less, not really sure. But now it's just outputting power, and the faster they spin, like, yeah, you get the idea. And they're pumping, and now what I can do is, I can tell it to only output 10. So now you can see it's slowly decreasing, and the power is, going 10 MJ per tick. Or I could just tell it to, like, go, like, all out, and just dump all of your power instantly into that machine. Boom, it's empty. And all the power goes into there straight away. So yeah, you can set it to whatever you want it to do. Only 5 MJ. Apparently these machines are not producing more than 5 MJ per tick. Actually, if you hold shift... Oh, let's see that one point. Let's see. If you hold shift, no. Okay, if you hold shift and right click, it will do 10. If you hold shift left click, it will go all the way. Shift. Let's see. Let's see how to do that. Okay, so right clicking will only do one. Let's see, so these are producing more than 2 MJ per tick. And electrical agents are producing, let's see. Seems like it's producing slightly less than 4 MJ per tick, but electrical engines do produce 4 MJ per tick, so I don't know. Well, whatever. Fair enough. So yeah, this is slowly playing that one up. Also, from pulverizing lead, I got pulverized silver. Now normally this would smelt only in 1 silver ingot, but seeing the Forged Lexicon, shift, open it up, turn it into this silver. As I said, like there's a duping thing with silver, which is from industrial craft. I don't know why, it's just there. Ah, I've only got one. It changes from time to time, it's really confusing. Don't know. But I choose doors with it. Oh. So, yeah. So now this will just store power. Once the machines are full, it will store power, although I don't really want it to store power because, well, yeah. So right clicking will change it only 1, left clicking will change it by 5, and shift right clicking will change it by 10. Shift left clicking will change it all the way. So, that. Anyway, this will keep on going. Now, programming these is, as I said, I will do this. I'll just do some longer episodes because, well, whatever. So, programming these, when you are going to program them, it's useful to label them, because whenever you label them, that means that when you break them, they'll still have a label, and then whatever you programmed into them will be saved. Now, since they will all be killing stuff, I will do label set, and then you set whatever you want it to be named. So killer. So this way, without space, and then I will know that killer 1 is killer 1, and like, so whatever I program into this one, then you press enter. Whatever you program into this one, it will remember that, because this is now its own machine. So now we need to do it to every single one of them. Label set killer 2. That's then killer 2. You could also name them all killer. You could also all name them the same thing, but then, like, if you forgot to program something into one of them, then you would need to figure out which one it is, so that's annoying. So now, to program something into it, you do edit, and then whatever you want the command to be named. So I want to kill. So now you get this. This is empty. So to make him attack, whatever you want to do, whatever is in front of it, including you, you just do while through do enter turtle dot attack. And also this. You need to put in that, I think. Enter end. And then how to save it? You press Control and you press save. If you use the arrow keys, it will switch. If you have a printer next to it, you can print it out. You don't really need to. And then save to kill, enter and exit. So now this one is learn the kill command. So when I do kill, it will just stop. It won't do anything else until you pick it up or until you replay. Now this on its own won't do anything until I walk in front of it. Now it will attack me and everything else. So also something weird. If I enter its hitbox, it will also hit me. Although because of my armor, it doesn't really do a lot of damage. But yeah, this thing will now attack me and attack everything else. So that's pretty much the simplest command. Edit. So you can just give him the same command. Now, there's probably a way so you can learn the same command every single one of them at once. Or something with like wireless stuff, but I don't know how to do that. I sort of looked for it, but I couldn't find it. It was too complicated. I didn't get it, so yeah. Dirt. Oh, no space. Okay. And press Control, save, set to kill, and exit. So this one is also learn to kill command. Now I don't want it to attack me all the time. As you can see, killer 1, killer 2, and when you place them down, they won't attack you because you know whatever. So they won't attack you because they don't have the attack command. So yeah, that's pretty much how you label them. I would recommend you to label your turtles. You can make all sorts of different types of turtle. Like, well, these are just a few of them. Yeah, like users. If you look at the users like wireless, crafty, and look at the amount of things that you can do with them. Like, yeah, so many things. You can make them do tons of things, and apparently these are like teleporting. You can teleport them around. It's interesting. Oh, whatever. So this is pretty much how you program them. This is how you get like a proper MJ power storage. Yup. Ah, this is getting close to done, so it's cool. After this, I'll just be like, you know, continuing. I could be going on this, like, you know, solo, off screen. There we go. It's still early in the morning. I'll be continuing this on screen, off screen. I'll fill up these. I will like do some stuff. I will probably mine up some more nickelite manually, and I'll place more of these solar panels so like this gets more power, so you know it will work faster. Stuff. So yeah, this is how you make these redstone energy conduits and redstone energy cells. Also, interesting fact: if you store energy in them, right? So now there is a little bit of energy in them. Let's turn this off. And then you hold shift, right click with it, you pick it up. It will save the amount of energy that's in it, and you can carry it down to wherever you want, and then wherever you like come back, you can place it back. It will still have the same amount of energy in it, which is cool. Right? So yeah, that's a funny thing. Now I'll turn those two back on. There we go, power going out again. Doing this. So yeah. So I hope this was informative to you. You know, I hope you learned something. This program is very basic. It's very simple. I will use it later when I make a blaze spawner. I will probably build up quite a bit of the blaze spawner off screen because it's just pretty much building a mob trap. Yeah. If you wonder how I run over these things without jumping, it's because of an upgrade that I put in. Let's see, in the leggings, I believe. Yep, uphill, step assist, and that just makes it so that you will just walk up one walk high things. Although sometimes it does stop you from sprinting, but whatever. So you could actually make like some super stairs or something like this. Yeah. I guess with like covers and stuff, you can make like super steep, like super stairs. Lol. Anyway, so yeah, this is dragoninahuman. I hope you've learned something from this. You know, and I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, either of those, you know, a like would be appreciated. Subscribing wouldn't hurt either, because whenever I upload something, you'll be notified of it right away. Unless YouTube is derping in, sometimes it does. So yeah, this is dragoninahuman. I hope you've enjoyed, and I bid you all farewell. Goodbye.